everybody. Welcome to week 1. I'm your instructor, Mrs. LT, and we're going to be working together throughout the term here in English 101. And I just want to take a couple minutes in this video to explain how to get started in the course and what is in store for you here in week 1. You should have already received an email from me, a welcome email, where I explain some of this in terms of how to get started, but I wanted to go ahead and mention it here as well. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, you're here now in the course, you're on the course homepage if you're looking at this announcement and watching the video. And you're going to notice that there are several tabs up above on the toolbar, starting with content, and then I believe you have one for class list, one for grades, all right, and the last one is course tools. So after you've finished watching this video and looked over the outline for today, the first thing you're going to want to do is click on the content tab up at the top. Once you click on that, that takes you to the heart of the course, where all of the modules are, all of the material, all of the assignments. That is where you're going to spend the most time in this course, is under content. When you get there, you're going to see modules listed down the left-hand side. The first one is going to say Getting Started, and then week 1 module, week 2 module, week 3 module, so on and so forth. You might be tempted to jump right into week 1, but please don't do that. Start with Getting Started. There are some very useful sub-tabs in that section that with information you're going to want to know from the very beginning. So there's sort of a course overview, a Meet Your Instructor. There's a sub-tab where I have a video where I explain how I have organized the online material and sort of the best way to move through each week. That is a super useful video. Please watch that one. There's also one on attendance and weekly deadlines. That can be somewhat useful. The course syllabus is also posted under the Getting Started section. And then there's also instructions for how to use Google Docs. That might come in handy. You don't necessarily have to go through that stuff, before you get started in week 1. But I definitely suggest the video on how to find your way around and the attendance and weekly deadlines. So start there under that Getting Started section, and then you can begin on week 1. For week 1, when you click on week 1 module, the only thing you're going to see at first is the week 1 attendance quiz. So you have to take that first, and then you'll be able to access the rest of the material for week 1. Once you've done that, the next item under the weekly attendance quiz, you'll see a syllabus review tab. So there's a video and a link to the syllabus in case you like it in a Word doc. But that video, I go through the syllabus and hit all the highlights and explain some of the things that you need to be aware of here at the beginning of the term. The next item that you'll see is a little video and a handout that's pasted below it that explains how our weekly journals are going to work, right? Then the next item that you're going to see in the week 1 module is our first lesson, which is an introduction to writing. When you click on that tab for an introduction to writing, you're going to see 2 sub-tabs appear. The first one is a PowerPoint, and the second one is a video where I explain the PowerPoint. Okay? And I also offer instructions there in the video sub-tab that tells you how you can watch the video and look at the PowerPoint at the same time. All right. But you definitely want to look through that lesson. And then the next item you're going to see is the next lesson on the 4 bases in the writing process. And again, under that tab will be 2 sub-tabs. The first is a PowerPoint, and the second is a video where I go through the PowerPoint. The last item that you're going to see in the week 1 module is the week 1 homework assignments tab. When you click on that, you're going to see all of the homework items for week 1. The first sub-tab under the homework assignments is going to say to read chapters 1 and 2. It's really just skimming it. The next item is your syllabus acknowledgement. The next item is week 1 journal, and then week 1 assignment 1 outlining and paragraph content, and week 1 discussion. There will be videos in the instruction area for each of those items, explaining what you need to do. There will also be written instructions provided, so you can, use either option. But that is what is in store for week 1. Remember, the homework items are due Sunday night by 11:59. The one exception to that is the discussion. You want to have your first post up by Thursday night at 11:59, and then respond to 2 classmates before it closes Sunday night. I will send out reminders about that. There will also be reminders of that in the instructions. But that's everything that you need to complete for week 1. Again, I highly suggest going to that Getting Started tab first. Read a little bit, the little overview of the course, read the Meet Your Instructor, get to know me a little bit. My cell phone number is also located in the Meet Your Instructor area. And then definitely watch that video on how to find your way around. It's so helpful. And then take a look at the attendance and weekly deadlines, right? Then get into week 1. If you have any questions or run into any problems this week, please reach out. I'm more than happy to help however I can. Otherwise, you are free to go ahead and get started.